We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
When a player's given everything they've had for the organization, I think we should never forget where they come from. We're fortunate that in the last 16 years, we've had some players that have left some impression that we'll remember forever. To realize how much goes behind a scene on doing one presentation before the game, there's so much work behind it. You appreciate and you're happy when everything goes the right way.
All right, everybody, we'll get started. We're gonna have a fun 8-minute ceremony for Kopi. We'll go through that in the run of show.
All right, so doors are still gonna open at 6. We got Vic 1 starting to spin at 6. We'll start the 60-minute clock.
To get the building ready for the fans there's a lot of work that nobody sees. Hopefully, no one sees it. Hopefully they come, they look, they experience, they think, they just hear Trevor's voice, they see Mikey and Kayla, they see the lights, the videos, and it all happens seamlessly. But there's, 4 to 5 dozen people behind there.
Trevor will wrap up the pregame show. We'll go blackouts. We'll go our 67 countdown from Dak. We'll do our video, let's go. We'll settle on the doors. Team will walk. Trevor will do the starting lineup, and here's where it gets different. So
the nice thing about having 41 games, you do have a formula. You do know 4 hours before a game, I need to do this. 3 hours, I need to do this. So when you throw a pregame ceremony into the mix, even something as short as 8 minutes, it makes you have to adjust your whole schedule.
Clock will hit 0. We are not settling to our Belfour hero of the game. We're going to have Trevor toss it to Nick Nixon. So our ceremony is going to be in the Zamboni tunnel. So normally when we do these ceremonies, we do them at center ice, but we've decided to move it over to the Zamboni tunnel. So Trevor is going to toss it down to Nick. There he is. Should we all clap for Nick?
Yeah. It takes a lot. It's a collaborative effort on the part of the game ops people that do such a wonderful job from the start of a game to the finish of any game, whether there's a ceremony or not. And there's a lot of thought going into it. You want to get it right.
Nick is going to talk about his 4 milestones and why we're celebrating him tonight. After that, Dave Taylor is going to give Kopitar the 400-goal crystal that's coming from the league.
When last season ended, and we saw where Kopi was in his career between all these different milestones he was close to achieving, we knew that there was going to be some sort of ceremony for him this season. At that phase, it was very conceptual. It was, what should this be? Do we have a ceremony for all 4 milestones? Do we have just celebrate one of them heavily? Or this approach that we ended up going with, which was something I haven't seen done before, where it's a collage, it's a mixture of 4 different milestones.
In Anze Kopitar's case, he obviously is one of the greatest players in Kings history. And because he's now in his 18th season, you get to realize not only his greatness as a King, but also in the realm of the entire NHL.
Hi. Hey. Forwards, number 55, Quinton Byfield. Number 9, Adrian Campe. And my dad, number 11, Anze Kopitar.
Good job.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the new King of Kings, the captain, number 11, Anze Kopitar.
It's interesting, he's had so many milestones throughout his career, but to have 4 of them happen within weeks at the start of the season is pretty remarkable.
Down to 20 seconds. Now Stone across for Pietrangelo. Blocked off by Byfield, broke his stick. Puck sent down into the empty net. Kopitar, number 400.
What a play by Byfield. Blocks the shot, going back for the puck, and then here comes Kopitar and says, you know what, I'm going to score number 400.
He's if not the best player in LA Kings history, he's definitely one of them, and he's carried the offensive and defensive load up front for whatever, it's 17 years or something crazy he's played, so happy to be on the journey with him.
You know, he jokes about it. He feels like, you know, he says he loses count of, you know, the milestones that he's had. It's pretty funny in that sort, but, you know, it just feels like he never ages.
Steal, Kopitar in front, Backstrom!
They're all milestones that not only rank him in Kings history, but among the best in NHL history.
Kopitar now is all alone. Second place on the all-time Kings point list. Now he sets his sight on the all-time franchise assist mark.
It's very special just to be able to, you know, be his teammate and just be able to play with a guy like that it's unbelievable, and you know, it's special to watch each night.
Kopitar for Doughty, back to Kopitar, moves in to Kempe, to Byfield, score! Great passing!
First now in assists. Everyone around the Kings has been joking about, you know, all the milestones. They're going to have one night for Anze. They just got to figure out one night. They're going to have about 18 milestones.
So remember your spot. We're going to do this here in 2 minutes. Do the full 8-minute ceremony. Okay. It's a lot more challenging. With 1,000 game, you know exactly who needs to be on the ice, what needs to happen. There's literally a template to follow. So for this, there's templates that don't match exactly. So we have to take pieces of this, pieces of this, pieces of this, and then mix them all together and come up with something special. Carpets, audio, easels, media. Once that's all set, we'll bring people in. While it might seem like a very small 8-minute ceremony kind of inserted between team introductions and anthem, it's a big deal because those 8 minutes are going to take, you know, weeks of planning, and it's going to take hours of preparation on the day, and then a good 45 minutes will be dedicated to rehearsing it.
Go ahead.
So I'm right here.
I see you.
You see me?
Yep,
you
I
see me?
Yep.
Okay, so I think this is as close as anybody should get. So all cameras and everybody has to stay behind this. This is camera 1 right here, so everyone will be behind this. What do you think? Is
Fine
that
for me? All right, then for this group, we're going to start at line item 43. We're going to have Trevor wrap up the show. We're going to go blackout, back to black, cage light sound from Dieter. When we go blackout, that's going to be our cue downstairs to start moving items on.
You've only got a certain time allotted to get in your speech, if you want to call it that, or introduction. So you want to cover the important parts that will make it memorable, not only for the player that's being honored, but for the fans who are either in the building, watching it live, listening on radio, or watching on TV.
Nick will toss it to the video. We'll roll the video. Nick will intro Kopitar. We'll follow Kopitar with a spotlight from the bench over.
Timing is the most critical thing we have. So everybody will have their piece, know exactly where to go, exactly where to place it. So when they go out there, no one's looking at each other confused or what to do, because we don't have time at that point to be negotiating on where it should go or trying to have creative inspirations at the moment. Broadcast is waiting for us, officials are waiting for us, everybody has a timing sheet for the game, and they expect something to happen at that second it happens. Nothing's left to chance.
Nick will wrap up the show. We'll take a photo. Everyone will get off, and we'll celebrate. We're going to time this out. We got 8 minutes to do it all. I got faith.
What's the memory that's in your head right now as you get ready for tomorrow night the most?
I mean, there's a bunch of memories, obviously. You know, just kind of certain games along the way and the experience that you share with your teammates, which, you know, in the end of the day, it's what it's all about too. Obviously a lot of excitement and very humbling feeling to be able to do it for this long, and, you know, I've enjoyed every second of it.
Anze Kopitar is the King of Kings. It is his milestone night as he arrives at Crypto.com Arena. He signs the posters honoring each of the milestones. Simply remarkable what he has accomplished in his 18 seasons in Los Angeles. Now, take your last warm-ups. Here are your
Let's go, big man. Come on.
All right, we got 2 minutes left in warm-ups.
It's very important to start the game on time because not only are the viewers expecting it, but also the refs, the coach, and the players. We're asking the players to take 8 minutes out of their day to watch this ceremony. We don't want it to become 9. They've prepared, they've done their warm-ups, they've done their stretches, they've done their team meetings, and they're ready to hit the ice. So this has to be buttoned up.
Does anybody know where camera 1 is? I don't see him down here. It's the only piece we're missing. We're looking good down here.
All right, let's push to our next one. All right, we're standing by to switch to Keck injuries and scratches here.
So you got buried back there. You good?
All right, we have 1 minute here till we're gonna wrap up the show. How are we looking down there, Sean?
We're looking good.
This is that weird dynamic where it's a lot of extra work, right? This is a lot of extra work in addition to what we're already doing that day, which is a full pregame, a full hockey game, but it's that worthwhile work because you know you're going to make an impact. You know you're creating something that fans will remember.
Standing by to blackout in 3, 2, 1, blackout go.
The ceremony will be put into action while the ice is dark, a video is running for the team introduction. So as soon as we go blackout, hopefully fans are watching the video board, right? We're going to try to do this under the cover of darkness.
All right, let's go on.
All right, we're standing by with
everybody
our
on.
67 countdown here.
Audio's
in
on.
3,
Let's go, posters.
2, 1, rolling track deck.
They're going to go on too late. Go for it. Go for it.
Ops team, it'll be 4 or 5 people. We'll take out carpets, roll them out in the map layout. Audio will come out, place speakers. Other operations will come out, place a podium. There's going to be 4 easels with movie posters, one to commemorate each of the milestones. We're only going to have about 3 minutes to get everything on, set, in the exact right position.
We got to move the podium this way. A lot.
30 seconds. Copy.
30 to the doors.
30 seconds until you.
All right, we got everything on the carpets except for the family right now. We're just waiting for the players to come out.
Sounds good.
I get much more nervous being in front of a live audience, like for a pregame ceremony. You've got 18,000 people that are right there looking at you, listening to you. Whereas when I'm on the broadcast, I don't see the viewers or the listeners. I don't want to say you get nervous, but there's a little more tenseness to the situation. And I think it's because, like all of us, we don't want to mess up. If you work hard enough at it and are in the moment, you're going to get it right.
All right, Kopitar's coming out of the locker room. He's walking towards the doors.
All right, here come the Kings. Trevor, your call.
All right, come up here a little closer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your LA Kings! The center from Česny, Slovenia, number 11, Anze Kopitar. They are your LA
All right, we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's settle to our look here. And Trevor, go.
Kings fans, please direct your attention to the Zamboni.
Stand by camera 1 on the wide. And 3, 2, 1, take 1 on the wide. Stand by 4 with
Nick.
CG2. And 3, 2, 1, take 4 with CG2. And animate Nick.
For 18 seasons, we have had the privilege of watching not only one of the greatest players in franchise history, but also one of the greatest in NHL history, Anze Kopitar.
I feel lucky to have been part of a few of these, and they're probably the moments that stick with you the most. There's great moments in games, right? But as the production team and the game presentation team, we aren't scoring goals, we aren't, affecting the game, but a ceremony like this, we do control.
At this time, we now call your
Stand by. Audio
3,
from deck.
2, 1, rolling track
Take deck.
Great job, everybody. We're 2:20 into this.
You kind of put every trait that you want in a hockey player into one.
That's what number 11 is.
It's just so easy to play as Kobe. He's just a pro's pro.
He's the model that every team wants to have a guy like that.
It gives everybody on the team a little more pride of ownership to be able to make sure it's as impactful as possible, that the fans walk away feeling emotional. You want them to feel connected to this ceremony, to understand why we're doing it.
Kind of a no-brainer. He should have all these records, right? It's just the right thing.
Hockey's a team game, but you always remember the special players, the special moments that a player's done. And Anze Kopitar, what he's done for this franchise, well, every one of us will be forever grateful.
You watch it just, thinking that that's something that you want to be in one day, just be in that place, just being able to, have people remember you for not just a hockey player. For moments like that, you gotta respect it. It's more than a game as well. It just shows, how much they mean to, one organization, what they mean to the community.
We know what he cares about because he shows us every day. He shows us every game.
We're 4 minutes into the ceremony. 4 minutes to go.
A lot of these fans have watched since he was a rookie, and we want to be able to show them that, remind them of these great times.
I'll give you a cue when to intro Kopitar, because we might go a little early.
It's a lot of responsibility to be asked to do that. Something we all take very seriously, and that's why it all culminates in being some of the highlights of our careers.
15 seconds.
All right, we're standing by to see the live shot of Kopitar here in 3, 2, 1. Let's see the live shot and go, Nick.
The only thing better than watching Anze on the screen is watching him live on the ice. Please welcome number 11, the captain, Anze Kopitar.
When you're a player and you go through the battle every day and you see no one knows how hurt a certain player is and how beat up he is after the game and so forth. And when people acknowledge their accomplishment, when they're a team player like that, you're really happy for them. You enjoyed the moment.
What's up, dude? I love you, buddy. I love you. I love you.
Those are the great memories. You get to see their human side, where his family, his kids will be on the ice, his wife and his mom and dad. And you see a player that you get that feel they're like gladiators and so forth. And to see the human side of them, I think it's always good for our fans. And I think it makes them appreciate another side of them.
And in recognition of scoring 400 goals, presenting Anze with a Tiffany's Crystal on behalf of the NHL is Dave Taylor, the general manager who drafted Anze in 2005.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. We'll try.
The guy that's the most uncomfortable in those moments is usually the player himself, because hockey is so much about the team that when suddenly becomes about you, you're like, oh, what am I going to do here? I don't know what to do. Let's just get it over with.
And it's always great to see the players' reaction. I know you talk to players, I've talked to players over the years, whenever they reach a milestone and you ask them about it while they're still playing, says, I didn't think about it that much. It's when they retire. With Anze, he's played so long. I mean, only Dustin Brown has played as many seasons as a King. It's fun to watch. It does get exhilarating when you look back and you see everything that these players have accomplished. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations again, Anze Kopitar.
All right, let's do a big group photo here.
Getting onto the ice, getting everything set is, one challenge. The other challenge is getting everything off and getting ready to play hockey and 2 minutes later. Everybody's going back to the item that they're assigned, and I'm picking up that painting, I'm picking up that easel, I'm in charge of the podium. Everyone's gonna know exactly where to go, pick it up, walk it off the ice as quickly as possible so we can convert the same area we're using for the ceremony for Anthem, which is going to happen 60 seconds later.
All right, we got a minute 30 till we got to get Hero out, so let's get these people moving. Minute 30 to Hero.
Yeah, we're moving the posters first.
Thank you.
Here.
Huh?
In the middle.
All right.
Oh, yeah, you go in the middle.
All right, Sean, we got to get this going here.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Chad.
Thank you.
Knowing how Kopi is, he's like, oh, thank you. My family will get to come down, but let's go on and play.
All right, enough of this. Let's go.
I think a lot of fans will come back 5 years from now, 6 years, they'll say, I was there that night. I was there the night you guys honored Kopi. When you start being on the other side, you realize how much passion there is behind the work, and that's what will make you really good as an organization.
You hear me talk for 30 seconds, then there's a video, and I talk again for... That's not how long it took me to prepare it, or the people that are involved. And I'd like to think that so far, everybody that's been involved in these king ceremonies, they've gotten it right. A lot of work goes into it, and it's rewarding at the end of it when it comes off exactly the way that you hoped it would.
That's always the goal, is to have fans come to the game, win or lose, they can leave remembering the ceremony and remembering how special it was.
The challenges is what drive us every day, is trying to get better as an individual, try to figure some new stuff as a team. Nothing more satisfying than, you know, battling through it and figuring it out as a team and go on a run and, you know, hopefully be the last team standing.
Hands it off, and I'm going shot.